Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30.
What's your code note saying that mean?
So first and 10 now from the 30.
You get y'all a calendar. Hey, man.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. And right off the bat, look at him lay out there and make the grab. A good pickup there, a 22.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar.
Y'all got what?
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's
Play the
why
spear
it
back.
goes.
Gets this out quickly to Dotson. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one. The Eagles at a disappointing 0-4 through the first month of the year. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Looking left side, and he's got a man.
Get down.
Smith. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Great, set.
Here's Hurts to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Hey, easy, 63, bad.
Throwing is Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may...
Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Check, go.
Throwing to start the drive. Sanders. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Great.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
No touch.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
And there were a lot of people who were surprised when Barkley made the decision to sign with the Eagles this offseason. He adds another dynamic layer to an already stacked offense, and he's quickly making his presence felt as he picks up a nice first down here.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
No touch.
Barkley, inside handoff. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 41 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run. First level being the D-line, and linebacker second level in the secondary, the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
No touch that. No touch that.
Out to the left side in Goddard. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Great. Set. No touch.
Hurts. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Joe Tryon Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
So let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Mustang 19. Hurt, hurt. Go.
Back to throw. Sanders. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
On the return, Jackson. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
No touch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 12.
Hey, 73. No touch that. No touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Great, set. No touch.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka in pursuit that time, and he gets the tackle for loss.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Crowd left Yeti. Yeti. Alpha. No touch that.
On 2nd and 12. Hurts. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Low Silver, ready? No touch that.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught at the 20. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Ready up.
The Browns drive about to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down at the 25-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Hurts. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Wide open receiver complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the gun, it's Hurts. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. The Eagles on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Alpha, alpha, alpha. Delta.
They'll look to throw here. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Delta.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Great, set. Delta.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 36. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. They're going to look to throw. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Hey, easy, 63, bad. No touchdown.
He'll get it up the middle, and he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Dillon. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal? This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
The offense is staying out there.
Great,
Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
No touch.
They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this is potentially a nervy situation this close to their own goal line. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Set.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. Flushed out right. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he'll take this into the end zone. You have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Sanders. Eluding the pressure right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No toss it. Crowd love Yeti. No toss it.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
No toss it.
They'll set up a throw. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to get it back here just past the 35. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
2nd and 10.
No toss it. Crowd love Yeti. No toss it.
He'll drop to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Tryon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Browns will take over possession here up at the 44.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the 2nd straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he's going to have a Browns 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Trap 60, trap 60. Go street. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Hut, hut.
Back to throw now on first down. And that is taken in by Njoku. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go, shot. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirate. Ready.
Looking to throw. Sanders. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Let's go. Get up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. John Ross from 6 yards away. And the Browns have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
No touchdown.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now 2nd and 9.
No touch.
Now back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 87 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Tiger Hornet. Hey, easy, 63, bad. No touchdown.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A.J. Brown, 51 yards. And the Eagles are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end?
And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now, after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here we go. 18, Pioneer. Hup.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flushed it. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Ready.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught. Judy. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
79 Bronco. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Check go.
Back to throw. Sanders. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
19 tight. Down.
Looking to throw. Sanders. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jerry Jeudy, 34 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point good by Hopkins, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. Here's Hurts to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Hurts. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Martin Emerson. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Jalen Carter in on that tackle. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Pass complete to Jeudy on the out route. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a 1st down.
Let's go now. Warrior 70. Go.
Operating from the gun. Sanders. It got his man complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. John Ross, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
No touch it. No touch it.
Throwing is Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
No touch it.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
So this, Charles, on paper at least, not the most even of matchups. Polar opposite, really. I mean, on one sideline, you got the hottest team in the league, still unbeaten, and on the other side, a winless squad.
And that's why I owe you, and I owe you big, because you did email me this week to remember any given Sunday. That was a phrase you typed to me, and that's what we have to remember in this ball game. It resounds when you think about it. Unbeaten versus winless, any given Sunday, anything can happen in this league.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
60 Bison. 60 Eagle. 60 Eagle.
Operating from the gun. Sanders. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
No toss it. No toss it.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Great, set. No toss it.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Great, set. No toss it.
Back to throw here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Kelvin Joseph.
And the Browns are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Let's go.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense,